I'm asked all the time, what are the best and worst sports cars to purchase? And since I've literally driven everything, I wanted to give you the 7 best sports cars that are worth every penny and 7 sports cars I would actually avoid. So even if you're not really a car person, you probably caught a glimpse of a sleek sports car vrooming by and thought, wow. Or maybe you're really into automobiles and have a seasoned appreciation for sports cars and you'd like to know which one you should own. Sports cars can be pretty expensive, and understandably, you can overspend for something, or you can get a reasonably priced vehicle. It's not just a status symbol for the wealthy. Even if you appreciate these fine works of art and you love the sound of the exhaust, you may be wondering which sports car actually justifies spending that kind of money. Here's a list of the 7 best and 7 worst sports cars to own, and they're not in any particular order, but let's start off with the best cars. Of course, you know I'm going to say this, the Porsche 911 GT3. When you're shopping for a sports car, you should aim to buy a car that you not only love, but you know will have solid resale value. And the Porsche 911 GT3 is a great example of a car that serves you here. You can never go wrong with this vehicle. It's one of my top choices, and the new 911 GT3 models are sports cars with high performance, aerodynamic, and tuning features that will make you smile. Now, the Porsche 911 GT3 is arguably the most perfect car that money can buy you, but that Porsche GT3 also can be very expensive, but it comes in different versions. The standard GT3 starts at $169,700, and the GT3 RS, my personal favorite, will cost you a lot more, but you also get more horsepower and a lot of head turns, and it starts at $223,800 before you add the options. Now, there are some other choices that are also worth every penny. The Ford Mustang GT Dark Horse. Now, here's another example of a sports car that is worth every penny. The Ford Mustang has delivered reasonably priced thrills since it roared onto the scene in April of 1964 at the World's Fair. The 2024 Ford Mustang is a chiseled, refined machine with 7 trim levels and 2 body styles. So you can get it in a convertible, you can get it in a hardtop. But the Dark Horse you want to get as a hardtop to put it on the track. Now, Ford makes the Mustang with various trims and budgets, but the Dark Horse is the best bang for your buck. And the price starts for this 500 horsepower Mustang at $59,270, or you can get the premium trim level at $63,265. Another fan favorite is the BMW M2. All sports cars should be a joy to drive, and the BMW M2 is just that. Even though it's on the smaller side, it packs a big punch. This is a sports car that is worth every penny. The 2024 BMW M2 comes in 1 trim level, and it starts at $63,200, and it comes with a 453 horsepower, 3-liter twin turbocharged 6-cylinder engine, and is paired with either a 6-speed manual, my personal favorite, or an optional 8-speed automatic. The M2 is rear-wheel drive only. It is a real driver's car, and the value comes in the driving experience and the resale value. The Corvette E-Ray. Now, if you're looking for a premium sports vehicle that has an electronic component and you're willing to dish out some serious cash for it, then look no further than the 2024 Corvette E-Ray. Now, the Corvette is a mid-engine layout now versus the previous generations, which were front-engine, but this wild cockpit design that is available in the new E-Ray is even more special because it has an electric motor to supplement the signature V8 muscle. Adding the electric motor sends more than an additional 100 horsepower to the front wheels and effectively makes this Corvette a 600 plus horsepower all-wheel drive sports car. Pricing starts at $104,000, but the one to test drive is the E-Ray, because you'll see why people buy this Corvette, and it is always a head turner, and the E-Ray is pretty special. If you have some more money to spend, you probably want to look at some other vehicles like the Ferrari F8. Yet another sports car vehicle worth every penny, but the 2024 Ferrari F8 is a fairly new kid on the block, but it is noteworthy lineage. Ferrari's known for racing, it's known for performance cars, it's basically a supercar. But this is not for your average buyer. This one will be a head turner for sure, powered by a twin turbocharged 710 horsepower 3.9 liter V8. It handles smoothly and it has a precise steering that is surprisingly comfortable and easy to drive, whether it be on the track or on the street. Just driving it is going to make you smile all day long from the time you start it up, and you'll be sad to put it away in your garage. It is more than a sports car. It is a super sports car, and the price starts at $330,000. If you don't have a lot of money, take a look at the 2024 Toyota GR Supra. This fun sports car vehicle turns every day into an autocross day. Thanks to its playful suspension and easy to slide around rear-wheel drive antics, it is so much fun to drive, and it's not going to set you back as much as some of the other cars we've discussed. It gives you 382 horsepower, 386 pound-feet of torque, and the 2023 Supra weighs in around $3,400, which makes it light and quick. And buying a GR Supra includes a sports car training class at NASA. That is worth your money right there alone. Prices start at $30,395. Now, there is another car is a fan favorite, is the Mazda MX-5 Miata. This is a classic because this Miata is a fun sports car. The refreshing, pure element of the MX-5 Miata is proof that you don't have to go faster and have all this heavy tech to have a great time. It isn't the perfect sports car, but it does have some glaring compromises for that day-to-day usability. But if you want a sports car, we can drop the top or get a hardtop version. You absolutely want to look at a Miata, or as Mazda calls it, an MX-5. In the large offerings of sports cars, the Miata delivers the thrills and joys every driver is looking for, and it's at an extremely reasonable price, starting at $30,150. So we looked at some of the cars you definitely want, but here are 7 of the sports cars you definitely want to avoid. Now, if you're all about handling and speed, acceleration, and turning heads, wherever you go, then there is nothing that a sports car won't do. Now, whether you're in the market for a brand new 2024 model or a beloved classic from years past, there is no shortage of automakers putting out some pretty cool product. And they're all about horsepower and cornering and maneuverability and style, but it comes at a big chunk of money, and sometimes it's going to cost you money down the road. So before you drive home with a high-priced, high-powered bundle of buyer's remorse, make sure you know which models to avoid. Many automotive industry insiders and myself caution you against buying the following sports cars because they cost too much, are unreliable, lack features, or have comparable rivals that offer way better value. Starting with the Maserati Gran Turismo, a beautiful car which I have reviewed. Nearly every auto expert put the same $174,000 vehicle at the top of the list of sports cars to avoid. The Maserati Gran Turismo is a car that consumers should think twice about purchasing. The Gran Turismo catches the eye of many drivers for being stylish and having compelling performance profile, but owners often have trouble with it with reliability. And many have reported problems related to the engine and electrical system, which gives you headaches. And when things go wrong, the repairs are very costly too. Cars like this aren't meant to have a bunch of miles on them, so you can run into expensive problems if you use them for everyday driving. The Lotus Evora. Now, no one is saying that the Lotus Evora is the best car out there, but production ended in 2021. It is a cool machine, but it isn't extraordinary. In fact, the last tribute model is defined as perfectly imperfect sports car. And it's just that, with a $100,000 starting price, a little less imperfection would be nice, but the Evora boasts a raw driving experience, but it's been criticized for reliability issues over the years, and that continued throughout the full lineup of the model. Plus, its interior lacks the polish and comfort features found in other sports cars at the same price point. The Jaguar F-Type. Jaguar has long been synonymous with power, performance, and style, and a huge race history, but the British luxury brand has also developed a reputation for frequent breakdowns. Earned or not, the reputation has followed its lineage to the F-Type. The Jaguar F-Type is a beautiful car with a powerful engine lineup, and we reviewed it. We drove it across Spain. It was a spectacular, fun event. But it's been criticized for its reliability, and some owners have reported electronic and powertrain issues, which can be costly to repair once it's outside the warranty. With a starting price of $78,000, the last thing drivers need is frequent trips to the shop. Plus, several rivals make a more compelling case. The Alfa Romeo 4C, which I drove when it first came out, and it was discontinued in 2020. And while it is still a popular sports car with plenty of loyalists, it's fun to drive, but it has a lot of little issues. It's also a very rough ride. The Alfa Romeo 4C is a pure driver's car, but it comes with significant sacrifices in terms of comfort and convenience. It lacks power steering, and its cabin is quite sparse. While it is a blast on the track, not so good on regular city streets, those looking for sports cars to enjoy on all occasions might prefer a Porsche Cayman or a Boxster, which offers thrilling performance without compromising on comfort. The BMW i8, which a lot of people were very excited about, is much like the Alfa Romeo 4C. 2020 was the final production year for the BMW i8, and similarly, it has some of the competitors that offers so much more convincing case for the dollars. And the BMW i8 is a plug-in hybrid. It's kind of a cool vehicle. It was on a lot of posters in a lot of kids' rooms, but that doesn't mean that it is a great sports car to purchase, and it offers a glimpse into the future of futuristic design. The i8 is a head turner for sure, and however, its performance doesn't quite live up to its supercar looks, and for the price, there are several other options that offer better performance and more engaging driving experience, such as an Acura NSX, but that might cost you a little bit more. The Nissan GT-R. With 565 horsepower, the Nissan GT-R has the power to match its $120,990 starting price. There has not been any upgrades lately that are significant, and the Nissan GT-R, which once was a significant challenge to modern sports cars, now feels like one of the most cliched sports cars on the road. And if you're looking for more bang for the buck, consider the new Porsche models or even look at a new Corvette. You'll be happy with your purchase. Now, this next vehicle is a very special car. It is a Porsche Carrera GT. And like nearly all auto enthusiasts with big money to spend, they draw their eyes to the Carrera GT. They want the power, the beauty, the performance of the Carrera GT, and has led to some serious and deadly injuries. This is not your average driver's car. Safety features are insufficient enough to disqualify it from and put it on this short list. And while its 5.7-liter engine is incredibly powerful, having some professional driving skills will keep you out of some of these troubles. I believe with such a tight margin for error, even a skilled driver would find this car challenging. It tends to oversteer. So be careful what you buy. If you're considering a sports car, do your homework on the forums. They always are happy to answer your questions. You get great feedback from people that own these vehicles, and then check it with your insurance company to see which makes sense to give you the smiles and the thrills you seek. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you have any questions or comments, I'll be happy to get involved in the conversation. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee or just stay a little bit longer and find another way to save some money on your cell phone plan. Links for our website, social media, and the book and the podcast are all down in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.